Hello again. That goes for all my old subscribers and for any new ones that have joined since. Welcome. When I started this channel 4.5 years ago, it was with the intention of trying to help parents come to terms with the fact that their son or daughter was gay or lesbian. Those old videos are still on here, but I thought it was time for a recap. Let's assume your child has just come out as gay or lesbian, or you somehow discovered it for yourself. I understand how you're feeling just now. I expect that you're confused and finding out that you know next to nothing about the subject. Homosexuality has been such a hidden and taboo subject that most heterosexual parents find themselves in the same predicament. People's heads are so full of misinformation and stereotypes carefully taught to them over many years of living in a highly prejudiced society. A society that's strongly influenced by ancient religious ideas, and it's a long journey to begin to understand. Presuming that you are a heterosexual parent, when you hit puberty and your hormones kicked in, you realise that you found only the opposite sex attractive, and further down the line no doubt sought a mate based on those feelings. It's no different for gay kids. They hit puberty and realise that they're only attracted to the same sex as themselves. If your life's being coloured by religion, you may be worried that your child does not fit in with the 2,000-year-old view of the world. Remember that the original scrolls that the Bible and later the Quran were written from have been translated many times over by people in organised religion who often discriminated against minority groups they didn't understand in order to maintain control. Instead of dwelling on one or two cherry-picked lines of Old Testament that some bigoted people love to run with, think more about the whole message that your religion is meant to convey, that of loving one another, being good people, and trying to make your own life and those around you better. No amount of spiritual postulating or proselytizing will alter the immutable fact that your child is gay. It has nothing to do with temptation or choice. You can choose to be a thief or a glutton, but you cannot alter the way you were made. There are 1,500 species alive on Earth that enjoy same-sex bonding, often for life. It's part of nature. Why? We don't know. Some people subscribe to the idea that it was nature's way of controlling population growth, or maybe that in past times it provided non-breeding adults in the family to help nurture the children of their siblings. Latest scientific findings note that there's already a genetic predisposition in the growing fetus, which is then subjected to a certain set of hormones in the womb. Ask any gay person, they'll usually say they felt different to other kids growing up, which suggests that our sexuality is hardwired into us before birth. Regardless of the reasons why, just know that your child, because of the still largely homophobic society that we live in, has probably struggled to tell you this fact about them since puberty. It's taken all of your child's courage and trust in you to finally tell you the truth about the person they really are. Your child has not chosen to feel this way, and they just grew up gradually realising that they were different as their sexuality developed. It's no different to yourself, only you happen to fancy the opposite sex. Adolescence is such a difficult time anyway, and gay children have to face the added fear of rejection by friends as well as parents and family, perhaps even scorn and abuse from those they've grown up with. They've come through all of this and have been brave and honest enough to tell you, the people closest to them and most important in their life. You might be blaming yourself, but there really is no need. Homosexuality is something that happens in millions of families, and as I discussed, is just part of the diversity that exists in nature. There's nothing you have done or failed to do which has made your child gay. Parent organisations like PFLAG, which stands for Parents and Friends of Lesbians and Gays, are in a unique position to detect any common factor when a child is gay, and there isn't one. They've met up with every conceivable kind of family over the years, and all the stereotypes have crumbled away. There's little logic in explanations commonly offered for the existence of lesbian, gay and bisexual people. I'm sure you have had many hopes and dreams for your child, dreams you've probably held close to your heart since the day they were born, and that now seems to have disappeared. I'm certain that you'll be just as proud of your gay child once you're more familiar with them and how they live their lives. They're exactly the same person they always were. It's just their middle-aged parents who are now having to open their minds and hearts and do some changing. That's the painful bit. But it's so worthwhile to understand, to be part of their lives, their ups and downs, their hopes and dreams, in short, just to be there for them. Your boy or girl has paid you the compliment of trusting you with their innermost feelings, and now it's your turn to give them your unconditional love and support, and to let them know that your feelings for him or her have not changed. There is still terrible homophobia in the world, and they need to know that they won't find it in their own home and family. I'm sure that, like all parents, you want to protect him or her from all the hurt and harm that courageous people attract. A loving and supportive family is the best thing that they can have as they go forward confidently in their own lives. Parents often hear a lot of negative ideas about what it means to be gay, but there's just as many positives, and on your journey of discovery you'll see this for yourself. There are so many fallacious ideas about homosexuality that it would take a lot more than this short video to refute them all, but it's true to say that lesbian and gay daughters and sons suffer a great deal from the misinformed prejudices that our society engenders. Some do not have the support of loving families, and this can lead to sad and lonely lives. That's not what you want for your child, is it? It's no surprise that suicide rates are higher among gay kids than straight ones. They may already be carrying their own internalised homophobia because they have been spoon-fed a negative image of gay people all their lives. To then suffer the lack of acceptance, love and support of those they love the most is enough to push some poor kids over the edge. They're often good kids who have only ever wanted to please, but they are then made to feel dirty, unworthy and shameful about something they have no control over. My own family were worried at first that I would lead a miserable life, but they were so ignorant at the time, both about the number of lesbians and gay men there are out there, and about the quality of lives that we create for ourselves. After kissing a few frogs, my first prince and I had a monogamous relationship that lasted 21 years. My second prince and I have now been together for 10 years and counting. So it's not all about bed hopping and crazed sex. Most people want just the same as you, to find a mate that they can fall in love with and share their lives with. Just be glad now that your child has given you the opportunity to learn and grow. You might have remained in ignorance not only of your child, but of a large and important minority group in our society, and been so much the poorer for failing to understand what a wealth of human love in all its many guises exists on this planet. If you feel the need, browse the PFLAG website and meet other parents who have been where you are now. You could talk with them on their helplines as often and for as long as you like. They understand just how you're feeling. You can also check out the other websites I've listed below. I hope your feelings of confusion and isolation will soon dissipate. Above all, sit down with your daughter and talk. They want you to understand and to be able to be close to you. So remember, it's not that your boy or girl has changed, it's simply that now you know them better than you did. Given time, patience and understanding, you have the power to make your family even stronger than it already was. Open your hearts and minds and make yourself a promise that you'll do everything in your power to keep your family strong. Don't worry what friends and neighbours might think. Your family is more important. And besides, times are changing. You may be pleasantly surprised as just how supportive those friends and neighbours might be. Don't let all those old prejudices and misinformation push you into demonising an entire group of happy, healthy people who form part of society around you. As a recent saying goes, be careful who you hate, it may be someone you love. Good luck on your journey into strengthening the bond of love with your child. Bye for now.